Hey guys, Marsing here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so today, I know this is the run a lot of global players have been interested in seeing, and that is of course the new Pan versus Red Zone Broly. Because obviously in the final phase, we're going to have type advantage. So if we've stacked up our attack enough, there is the possibility that we could one-shot him with our active skill, which is of course the goal here. So shout out to Mario, my overlay guy. You can see the we got the buff Pan version of this overlay because she's here and she means business when it comes to taking out Red Zone Broly. So looking at the wheel in the bottom corner, it looks like we have both the Pans on rotation next turn, which is not ideal, but here's what it is, I guess. This GT Super Saiyan 2 Goku, the AGL one with his Easy A, he infinitely stacks attack and defense. I know I've seen a lot of people from JP when Pan came out, like using him as her link partner, so I figured we might as well do the same, see how he gets on here. God Goku sealing Broly is obviously hugely beneficial. I did manage to find a Pan on the friends list. I was actually about to record something else. And then I saw the Pan on the friends list, so decided we should jump in and do this. Because I tweeted about it, well, I don't know when this video is going to go out, but I tweeted about it before, saying that, like, you know, this is the day after she's come out, and I already can't find any Pans on the friends list. So, there you go. But we got the stun off of the super attack, which is nice, and we got the additional from the hidden potential, so... Because we had a GT Heroes ally on rotation, being the full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, we were able to get the additional. Whereas a GT ally whose name is it? Oh, it's Goku, Trunks, or Pan, Giru. So able to get the additional thanks to full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I think the biggest problem that I've noticed when putting teams together to run these more difficult events is a lot of the units that Pan wants to be run with, so she can get all of her different unit super attacks. Some of them are just not very good or don't have very good versions, right? Like, I've bought Trunks and Giru on this team, but I don't actually know, like, how well they're going to do. They could be a massive liability for the final phase against the AGL Broly. So, obviously, the goal is going to be to try and keep them hidden as much as possible. The good thing, though, as well, when you pick up 7 orbs with them, they give all allies the 10% attack and defense and crit chance. So even if the units on the team are not on any of the 3 categories they support from their main passive support buff, they're still going to be getting that at least 10% if we manage to get 7 orbs. So that works out quite nicely. And then GT Goku actually being able to get another super attack there is really, really good. So... what do we want to do here? I do kind of want to leave you there, because if we put you in slot 1, you only get Fierce Battle. Now, if we get supered in slot 2 here, then we basically are dead, right? So, I do want to stack with Pan as much as possible, but unfortunately the Rainbow Orb changing from God Goku has basically made it impossible to not get 2 Rainbow Orbs with him, because obviously if we don't get 2 Rainbow Orbs, he doesn't get that extra attack buff, so... then he would do less damage, which would give us more time to stack. So, ideally, God Goku gets super attacked here. If Pan gets supered, I think we might live, but we would take a lot of damage. So, okay, here we go. Well, let's find out. So, 4.3 million. Is this my one or the friend one? Because my one has 2 dupes. We are getting the additional from the passive converting into a super as well. Can we get the hidden potential one as well? We do not. So, double digits from the normals. That's good. But how much does this do is the question. Because I can see this easily doing like 300k potentially. But I didn't check her defense. 400k. Okay. Alright, well. At least we take double digit damage from the normal attacks. But damn, that is... yeah, Pan is not about tanking. She can tank the normals reasonably well. And obviously she gets that damage reduction in slot 1. So of course on this turn... Wouldn't you know it, it would have been better to put her in slot 1, but it is what it is, I suppose. So let's put her in slot 1 here, because now she doesn't have to take any attacks where she's going to lose her damage reduction afterwards, so that's good. And then if the GT Goku gets killed, then obviously we're just going to get the revival from Super Saiyan Goku. So this works out quite nicely. It would be interesting to see how much she takes from a super from him in slot 1, but... in a way, I'm also, you know, glad that he didn't. right? Because we'd rather get more stacks in, get some damage. So there you go. We're getting the additional from the passive again, thanks to Goku. Can we get the hidden potential? No. 2.41. Because this Goku, he is infinitely stacking, but I don't know how quickly. So he takes double digits from the normals. That's really good. If he gets supered, of course, we die. Oh, no super. Okay. Now, this Goku obviously has lost his guard, but he does raise his defense. He is stacking defense on the 18 key. So normal attacks, he probably won't take that much damage anyway. But if Broly super attacks him here, I'm pretty sure we would die. And then obviously we just get the revival, so... Yeah, see, double digits from the normal. Oh, he didn't super this turn. Okay, fair enough. Alright, well, we should finish him off this turn then, so that works out quite nicely. So we can get... We don't need to get Rainbow Orbs for God Goku. We can get more super attacks off with Pan. She gets her unit super from them. And then, there we go. Get a nice bit of healing off of the orbs. And then he super attacks God Goku. That's fine. So, oh, God Goku, is he going to take double digits because we didn't get the Rainbow Orbs? Yeah, 53k. Well, it is what it is, I guess. Let's see what Pan is going to be up to now. Because Pan, both the Pans have been getting some good additional super attacks in so far. So with all the support from Trunks and Giru, I'm expecting... Yes, I was going to say, I'm expecting a pretty reasonable number here. 7.1 million. That is pretty good. And then we get the hidden potential, the passive additional as well. So 7.6, and that's enough to finish him off. And then we go into the AoE phase. So, considering that we have lost so much HP so far, and the fact that obviously the Goku doesn't get the full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku doesn't get the full passive when we are low on HP, I think we probably are going to have to use the double Whis here. But the goal, of course, is to try and finish off Broly at the end with Pan's active skill. So potentially we won't need to worry about having an item up for the final phase anyway. So let's go ahead and do this. We'll obviously grab as many same type orbs as we can. Not only push the Dokkan gauge up, but also to heal. Because if we can get to the last phase, imagine if we get to the last phase with the Dokkan attack ready to go, and then literally active skill with Pan, do some crazy amount of damage, it doesn't quite finish him off, and so then we just Dokkan attack with her. Because obviously in slot 1, with type advantage and her damage reduction, she's not going to take that much damage from him. So yeah, good thing we did do this, because obviously full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, especially before supering, isn't going to have crazy good defense on this turn. So double Whis. We probably didn't necessarily need a double Whis to survive if we were on full health, but we're quite low, so... Definitely didn't want to take the risk. Unfortunate that AGL Goku's not gotten in many additional super attacks, because ideally we would like him to be getting as many stacks as possible, but it is what it is, I suppose. Now, do we use the other Pan's active skill now? Because we have the... Oh, she doesn't even have hers. Okay, that's fine. So I guess we will go ahead, put her in slot 1. Not the best rotation for her, sadly, on this turn, not having... really any of her major links active, only Fierce Battle, but she has been stacking up quite nicely, so what are we going to get out of her here, attack stat wise? With only Fierce Battle active and no support, 7.3, yeah, okay. So yeah, pretty good, considering, and obviously no unit super, sadly, so we don't get the additional, don't get the hidden potential additional, which is unfortunate, but... We should be looking pretty good here. So God Goku, decent damage from you. Super Saiyan Goku in the final slot. He's gotten a pretty decent amount of build up so far. Obviously he doesn't have his guard and has his revival potential, but we double Whist, so not like we're not like it's even possible for us to die on this turn anyway. Alright, so additional super from you. 4 million on the 12 key. And he doesn't have a crazy amount of links with God Goku, so that is very good. Remember, he only gets a 170 leader skill from Pan, because he's, of course, not a GT hero. So, very, very good. Man, if we could dodge, this would actually be such a great, like, turn for Pan. Should we use her active skill now and just finish him off? Although I kind of want to get... I want to make sure we get the Dokkan attack on the next turn. So... Because what I ideally want to do, I guess, is I could do... I wanted to get the orbs for Trunks and Giru to really push that Dokkan attack, because I could do this active skill with Pan, but then obviously we'd have Trunks and Giru on rotation for AGL Broly, which I don't really want. So I guess all we can really do is just grab an orb with you, just because it pushes the gauge up a little bit. And then let's go ahead and make sure the skip is off. And let's do her active skill here, just to make sure there's no risk of dying, because obviously we've used both the Whis. So if he AoEs this turn, Trunks and Giru 100% would be getting us killed. So the big question is, can we get the 59% chance to crit proc? Because so far, the videos I've done with her, I haven't actually been very lucky with getting the crit. So oh yeah, there we go. So 13 million damage. I mean, that is literally like LR Cooler level active skill damage. So very, very good. And then we go into the final phase here. So we've got a GT ally on the rotation. We've got the active skill. We've got a lot of tech orbs, so we are going to be able to get the Dokkan attack here. So I think I'll do this, right, just so you get the most links active. So let's go ahead and see. This Pan, 3 links active, mine 79%. She's had a pretty decent amount of build-up. Let's see what she does here against Broly. Hopefully we can get the crit, because it should do big damage. Fortunately, we have type advantage, so even if it doesn't crit, we should still do good damage. But let's see. Okay, so 13 million again with the crit. Pretty good. Now, obviously, the team build, we've got no support on this rotation, so could have been better. But we'll see what Pan is able to do with the Dokkan attack here, because obviously she could very easily triple super on this turn, because we have the Goku here. And then, yeah, we would be looking very, very good. So, obviously, she's going to tank double digits. Yep, slot 1, where she's got her damage reduction active. And then let's go ahead and see. What is she at? 7.9 million for this first super attack. And because it's the turn where she used her active skill, she obviously has the 59% chance to crit as well. So, this is where we really want to see. This is where we want to get that triple super turn, because that would be looking pretty crazy. So, let's see. What are we going to get here? Crit? Oh, 12 million. Okay. Only a normal, though. Super? Ah, that's super disappointing. And then he's going to super, of course, after she loses her damage reduction. So, how much does she take from this, then? Because we got type advantage. Her passive is fully built up. 345k. Oof. So, does that mean... Are we dead? How much... God Goku... Super Saiyan 4 Goku should take double-digit damage from normals, right? So just don't super full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, we should be okay. Because even if he supers God Goku at the end, as long as God Goku is post-super and he got his 2 rainbow orbs. So yeah, even if he supers again this turn and kills God Goku, we should be okay. Oof. So yeah, unfortunately, whilst I was very much hoping for a proper, like, Chad Pan showcase, we did only get the 1 super. I mean, the active skill damage was pretty good. It just obviously wasn't... you know, as high as it potentially could have been. So, let's go ahead and do this. Obviously, this Pan should be able to finish off Broly here. She's at 380k. And what was the Goku at, the GT Goku? He's at 367k with no support. That's not the best. Like, if he was to get supered by AGL Broly, we would take a lot of damage. But... And now Pan, 6.3. This one has 1 less dude. This one's 69%. Obviously, she's not as built up yet. Of course, we get 2 additional normals again. Okay. I see how it is. And then he hasn't supered. What's the bet? He supers Goku here, and then we die. How much do we take from normals? Double digits. Okay, that's good. Oh, and he didn't super. Alright, well. This Goku's obviously going to be able to tank a super if he doesn't kill him. But yeah, overall, Pan, obviously she didn't show out at her best. It's kind of the same thing that we see with STR LR Cooler, right? Where he can look like an absolute madman, and then you can get turns where he just does a bunch of additional normal attacks. And so this showcase, or at least this run against Red Zone Broly, Pan kind of did the same thing. The problem is, if you get enough time to stack up her attack, her active skill can be absolutely ridiculous in terms of the amount of damage that it does. But again, it's kind of like the more support she has, obviously the more powerful she's going to be as well. But when it comes to running a team that's actually viable for like beating Red Zone Broly, you obviously don't want to be bringing support units who can't really hold their own like defensively. Like, we got very lucky. If this was the first turn of this fight, we'd be in serious trouble, because I would not be confident about having Trunks and Giru have to take multiple attacks, and there's no slot where we can put them where they wouldn't be taking multiple hits. But there you go. So on the last turn to finish him off, Pan got a 10 million attack stat. Obviously, she was getting the 70% support from Trunks and Giru, but that is pretty damn good. So there you go. That is AGL Pan versus Red Zone Broly. Very, very strong unit. It'd be interesting to see. Let me know down below which of the Wicked Bloodline stages you would want to see her shown off in. Because I think the biggest issue with the Metal Cooler Core one is the final one, and potentially the hardest one. But the fact that the first phase is against the Metal Cooler army for 3 turns, that you can't beat any quicker, and it has to be 3 turns, and they're int, this Pan could easily get caught, because if she supers in slot 1 and then gets super attack, you just get one shot. Like, that would be pretty awful. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.